Hi, my name is Jennifer Saenz, and I've been coming to Grace Point for about 8 years. So this Mother's Day, I wanted to tell you a little bit about both my moms and kind of their incredible sacrificial story. Okay, so my mom was Filipino and my dad was American. They were both in the Air Force and stationed in the Philippines, and had been married for a few years and had my older sister who's 3 years older than me. So I don't know much about my birth mom. I do know that she was loving and caring and selfless. And when she was pregnant with me, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. And at that time, the doctors had given her two choices. Her first choice was that she could go through chemo and other sorts of treatments in hopes to get rid of the cancer, which would basically terminate her pregnancy with me. And her second choice was that she could not go through any sort of treatment in hopes to have a successful pregnancy, but knowing that the cancer would probably spread and the chance of her surviving would be very small. She was in her early 30s, and so she had the rest of her life ahead of her. Just the decision of basically her life or mine. And so she chose me, 100% she chose me. I'm grateful for that. She didn't really know me, but she loved me enough to sacrifice her life for mine. So after I was born, my mom passed away when I was 1 year old. It was just me as a tiny baby with my older sister who was 3. My dad had to figure out, I guess, how to move forward from that. So my birth mom and my dad kind of had a mutual friend. She had known my birth mom, and she could see, I guess, the challenge that my dad had faced, you know, being a single dad and just raising my older sister and I. She just kind of stepped in and just started helping to take care of us. So she was faced with this huge decision of staying in her home country with things that were familiar, or choosing to come to the United States and become my mom, and she chose to become the mother of me and my sister. And because her and my dad didn't really marry for love in the beginning, they grew to learn to love each other, but that was its own challenge. And just over the years, I just look back and she's always been very patient and forgiving and gracious, and just a really good example of Christ. So now I'm married to Caleb. You probably know him. He leads worship at Grace Point. And we have a daughter. Her name is Abby Rose, and she's 2 years old. It's kind of the greatest thing on earth. It's been a wonderful journey. It's difficult at times, but have always wanted to be a mom, and even though it comes with its challenges, it's a huge blessing. So I haven't really processed all of it. It's just hard to, I guess, to think about the sacrifice that she made and how that was just the ultimate example of love. And I can't imagine being faced with that choice, but if I was, of course, I would do the same thing. I think that's just what moms do. They sacrifice for their kids. So the mom I have now, I look back on all the struggles that she has overcome. I just have a really great example of, I guess, how to be a good mom through her perseverance over the years, how she could have, I guess, given up so many times or just called it quits, but she didn't. As I look ahead, I have to rely on God because I don't know what the future holds, and parenting is difficult and being a mom is hard, and I just have to do the best that I can and just allow Him to use me to be the best mom that I can for her.